Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Phasmophobia video. I am your boy, Rion the Sad Panda, and as promised today, we will be looking at a roadmap for Phasmophobia. Yes, we don't have any update news as of yet, but what you do see in front of you is a roadmap for Phasmophobia in terms of stuff that are in the backlog, so stuff that they want to do in the future, to-do lists that are more recent stuff that they're going to be working on, ideas needed. These are ideas that the community have identified that can potentially be game-changing. For instance, nerfing the thermometer, because currently you just use that to walk through any location, you pinpoint where it is just in the fluctuation of temp, and you know sort of where to start your investigation. Known bugs, very specific. There's a couple of stuff that they'll need to fix, and these stuff are the stuff that are in progress. I will be covering any future information and update related data in any follow-up video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your boy Rion the Sad Panda, and like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi manne, laat ons gooi. I'll put the cam off so that you're not distracted by this beautiful face. Let's go. Boom. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, there are various known bug issues right here that you can see. These are stuff that I'm guessing that they are going to be working on for the next update and the next patch. That's why it is so critical that you do lodge and let them know about your actual bugs so that they can fix it in updating patches. What's very interesting in terms of the ideas needed, you can see you can actually provide some comments. Link in the description below if you want to provide your comments on this. The three areas that they feel that the community have felt that stuff really needed. If you are dead, first and foremost, add something for dead players to do. Could be just for fun or to help alive players. Personally, for me, I really hope that they do bring something in for a dead player to do. However, I don't foresee it being such a strong issue that it helps the alive player too much. If you are dead, it would be nice if there's a button where you can sort of latch onto a player so that you don't have to walk around, and that you can basically just follow them automatically. The one that I'm really interested in, as briefly discussed earlier, is to nerf the thermometer. Personally, I find it extremely easy to find a ghost, even on professional, if you're using the thermometer, be it on asylum or even high school. What I could possibly look at, and this is stuff that they're even talking about in the backlog and to do, that ghosts move around more. The thermometer shouldn't be the main item. It's one of the cheapest items you can get for locating a location where the ghost is spawned. It's a valuable item for those that use freezing temp, but you almost don't need it, as either a door is going to be open and you know you haven't opened that door, so the door shouldn't be open, or you'll see your breath change. They need to look at the thermometer, and they need to find a better ways of adjusting the validity of bringing one into the game. Potentially remove the random contracts and let you pick what map you want. I think that is needed. I mean, what you generally do if you have a couple of maps, let's say you are level 40, 50, you want to play professional, all of the maps spawn in as intermediate or amateur. You leave, rinse and repeat until you find the map that you want. Why not just give us a location to choose a map that we want, or even randomize it and give us the opportunity to pick a specific difficulty level. I think ideas needed in here as well is something that my community and I have discussed a lot. Even if all of you survive during the investigation, you should still bring all of the items back to the van. It doesn't make sense that you can just leave everything inside, leave the investigation, and then magically get all of your items back. it will give that extra sense of importance of not just dropping everything, putting your sound sensors down, putting your motion sensors down and leaving. Even if you want to make it only for the professional level, so both on amateur and intermediate, you don't need to do it. But if you take professional level, you actually have to bring the stuff back to the van or you lose it. If your mate dies, if you don't pick his stuff up, he loses it and he doesn't get any insurance back. I think that in itself will make the game more interesting, as by the time that you normally locate the ghost on professional on some of the bigger maps, you rarely have time to go in because your sanity is running out. You've used all your sanity pills and the ghost immediately attacks. So it's weighing up that potential risk of going back in or not going back in. I think if we look at the backlog, something that is really cool is these 3 level designs that they're talking about: a prison, an apartment building and a mansion level. I think a prison would be cool, but if they're gonna use cells, it's gonna be pretty much in vain. Unless they use like a solitary confinement type thing, but that's so much related to the asylum. Make an apartment building, multiple levels, that could be cool. A mansion, sort of the Resident Evil style, would be super cool. 2 stuff that I am genuinely looking forward to is the programming and the developmental goal of adding bhaptics support. Now most of you might think, what the hell is bhaptics? There you go, baby. It's an actual suit that you wear that interacts. So if a ghost touches you on your arm, you can literally feel it move on your arm. Bhaptics isn't used in many games, but in a game like this where you have interaction, especially in VR, I think it will add another level to this game that is absolutely insane. If they could pull this off without rushing it, I think there's a massive market for it at this time. The game has boomed in popularity, and I believe that this in itself would be fantastic. Another item that they put on here is the SLS camera right there. This is a great example of a good SLS camera. Basically, a SLS camera, as explained right here, it uses infrared dots that allow the camera to show depth and detail. The software sees people by recognizing joints and movement. So basically the camera is infrared and it detects paranormal entities, sort of in a human shape. I think this will be cool. It might be a good addition to some more difficult runs where the ghost generally put the power off for a considerable period of time every time you flick it on. Do I like the idea of night vision in itself? I don't know. We already have head-mounted cameras that we normally try and use on the bigger maps in itself. Night vision, I think, will take some of that scariness away, unless if you wear night vision you can't use any torches or any lighting, even the UV lights. I don't know. Something that we definitely be looking forward to. Tripods having adding like a spotlight. It would be nice. I mean, a lot in the VR, if you play VR, you can add a lot to your belt. Why not allow you to stick a strong torch on a tripod? I don't understand why you would want to do that, but maybe stick the book on there or maybe stick the ghost box on there. You can only spot the ghost torch if the lights are off. So maybe just as a means of adding another item to it, even a second camera, maybe one facing forward and one facing a 90-degree angle to the left or the right. That would actually be pretty interesting. If we go through these, there's nothing like massive in terms that I think it's going to influence the game right now. Add a separate game mode when you can play as a ghost. I think they should tend to stay away from this. The whole intensity of the game is the randomness, and if you have a player that can just run straight forward to where someone is, I mean, it's gonna almost create, in my opinion here, a cheesy feel to the game. Add support for leg tracking with Vive trackers. Integrate the LIV SDK. It's VR specific. They want to port it to Oculus, publish it on the Oculus store. There's a lot that they want to do in terms of the VR specific setup. Add ghost voices for when the ghost is hunting. That would be a very good. They're busy with recording the sound effects. They have a few recorded at this time. There's nothing too much in here, but make the ghost have a chance to throw objects towards the player. That in itself would actually be pretty cool. Add salt objectives. Yeah, that would be nice. Add the option to offset VR players' Y positioning. A lot of what is in the to-do is actual game fixes. Make candles placeable. 100%. Please, Kinetic, make candles placeable. What an absolute bitch of a mission to get that stuff down and to light it. Maybe I just suck at it, but bloody hell, it would be fantastic if we can actually place it like a DSLR camera. We've gone through the ideas needed. We've gone through most of these known bugs. There's just a lot of stuff in relation to VR. The one in progress item that I really am looking forward to, and I'm going to scroll all the way down, is these items that you see right here. Don't set the sanity screen to question mark in the higher difficulties. Just remove it altogether in professional. You don't know how much sanity you have. It doesn't matter because it's more difficult. Some cameras show on the wrong floor on the map. I've seen that a few times, and even on the bigger maps, the cameras, your own DSLR cameras, for some reason does not work. The one thing that I am really looking forward to as well is on high school specifically, if you host a game after a hunting phase, the host cannot open any of the side doors. It has killed me numerous times because I physically cannot get out, and by the time you run to the front door, it's locked and you get killed. It's a known bug which I know that they are working on, which I'm really looking forward to. Increase the ghost chance to wander to a different room. Please, this would make the game so much more difficult. But make it on professional level if it's too hard on amateur and intermediate. Make professional a real challenge, like a real challenge. Make the ghost shine, make it really hard to find them. So that it's not just a current, let's run in, let's use the thermometer and let's get out. Make the ghost walk to the last location it spotted the plane instead of walking away. 100%. How many times have I had clips where the ghost actually spawns on me, like literally on me, and it turns around and runs away from me? The whole point is if the hunting phase begins, it should immediately target someone and go for them. If you don't have a smudge stick that allows you to get away, or even a crucifix, let's say add the crucifix command that you can use sub chant or something to give you a couple of seconds, then that would be fantastic. Add a drop down to select the contract difficulty rather than it being random. It links in with the idea needed, these two right here. I think it is a great addition to the game. Allow you to select the difficulty, whatever difficulty you want. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Force escape to be key to get out of the main menu. That's actually a really good idea. Is it a bug or an issue? You can't leave the investigation until you have 3 clues. I mean, you can just cheese it and select 3 and quit, but that's a risk that you're gonna have to take. Make it that if you select the wrong ghost, let's say on professional difficulty, that you actually lose money or you lose an item, or there's some effect that your sanity starts on 50% on the next raid. Make it difficult so that people actually take it serious to try and determine what the ghost is, rather than just leaving and making sure that they don't lose their items. Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Link in the description below to my Phasmophobia playlist. Really appreciate your support. I hope that you're all having a fantastic day. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube and Twitter. I stream through Mondays to Sundays, and I hope to see each and every one of you in the next one. Like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi mannen, laat ons gooi. Come and join me on my stream for some viewer streams and viewer investigations. Peace.